The dark secret behind the story of the slave used to impregnate his master's wife, a macabre mystery from 1824 Georgia, was never meant for discovery. It was a crime designed to be buried by history, a family's sin erased by the passage of time. For over a century, the official chronicle of the Whitmore dynasty of Oglethorpe County was one of unwavering prosperity, a testament to righteous ambition and divine favor. But the unsealing of the Whitmore family papers in 2018 at the Georgia Historical Archive offered a second, more terrifying history. This hidden collection, sealed by the family's last direct descendant, contained a set of documents that science cannot explain through genetics alone, but which history must now confront as fact. Central to this collection is the private diary of Randolph Whitmore, a man whose obsession with his legacy would become the very instrument of its annihilation. The official narrative of Randolph Whitmore presents a figure of formidable authority, a patriarch who carved a 4,000-acre cotton empire from the red clay of Georgia. His mansion at Redemption Creek Plantation stood as a monument to his success, a symbol of order and control in a world built on the absolute subjugation of human souls. Yet his private writings tell a story not of power, but of profound and corrosive failure. The early pages of his diary, penned in a tight, aggressive script, are a litany of despair, a chronicle of his growing horror at the silence within his own house. He saw fertility everywhere, in his fields, his livestock, his enslaved population, but not in his own marriage bed, a failing that felt to him like a personal judgment from an unmerciful God. An entry dated June 4, 1824, reveals the core of this private agony, the psychological wound from which all subsequent horrors would grow. 7 years wed to Josephine, he writes, and the Lord remains silent. The fields are fertile, the cotton rich, but my house is barren. A legacy is built on blood, and mine runs thin. Providence has tested me, and I shall find a solution of my own making. This chilling declaration, buried for nearly 200 years, marks the conception of a plan so perverse that it would redefine the known limits of human cruelty. The mystery of the Whitmore family was not one of unexplained phenomena, but of a terrifyingly rational, man-made horror, born from one man's fear of being forgotten. The diary does not speak of ghosts or omens, but of a far more tangible terror, the specter of genealogical extinction. For Randolph Whitmore, a name without a bloodline was a hollow echo, a testament to failure. His desperation was not merely for a son, but for a biological continuation of himself, an heir who would carry his essence forward into eternity. The absence of this heir transformed his home into a theater of silent accusation, where every child born in the slave quarters served as a painful reminder of his own inadequacy. His authority over hundreds of souls felt meaningless when he could not command the creation of one who was truly his own. This deep-seated fear set the stage for a transgression that would poison his lineage forever. The historical record, stripped of these private confessions, is a carefully constructed facade. It speaks of a devout and respected family, pillars of their local church and community. Neighbors and business associates in their correspondence refer to Randolph as a man of stern but fair principles. This public image was a shield, meticulously maintained to conceal the deep fracture lines running through the foundation of his house. The contrast between the celebrated public figure and the tormented private man documented in the diary is stark, revealing a schism between appearance and reality that is central to understanding the crime that would follow, a crime that was not an act of passion, but a cold, calculated strategy. The narrative of Redemption Creek, as told by the official record, is a story of success. But the documents found within the sealed archive tell a story of shame. The plantation was not just a site of labor, it was a laboratory for one man's obsession. The true horror of this case lies not in what was done in a fit of rage, but in what was planned in moments of quiet desperation. The foundation of the mystery is built upon the promise contained in Randolph Whitmore's diary, the promise of a solution. It is a word that appears again and again, each time with more sinister weight, as he moved inexorably toward an act that would leave a permanent stain on the soul of his family. The weight of this impending decision is palpable in the pages that follow. The language grows more clinical, more detached, as if he is planning an agricultural experiment rather than a profound violation of human dignity. He speaks of stock, seed, and yields, applying the cold calculus of the plantation manager to the most intimate aspects of human existence. This dehumanizing language was a necessary psychological tool, allowing